Very good morning at Whitehaven Beach here this morning in our next episode of Couch Sailing. And today we're going to get amongst it, get into some real hard yakka and actually raise the mainsail. What you've got behind us is you can actually see the mast. The boom is the horizontal thing going out towards the back of the boat. The sail bag, the maroon bag here that the actual main lives in, and you might be able to pick out the lazy jack system, the small white rope system that actually holds up the bag and keeps it open for us. Let's get busy back in the cockpit. There's a couple of things to do down there. Sorry I haven't cleaned up the cockpit this morning, but that doesn't matter. The guys here have had their swim for the morning already, so and we've got a bit of wet stuff drying out as well. But what we've got to do is, first of all, let's explain one of the most important ropes on the main system, and that's the main sheet. Here we've got a 6-to-1 system with this red and white rope. It's actually a rope that pulls the main in. A sheet is a rope that actually adjusts the attitude of a sail to the actual wind. So when we're going close hauled or going towards the wind or as close to the wind as we possibly can, this red and white rope will be pulled in really tightly. There's also, over the other side, is a preventer rope. It's a green or blue, depending on who we're arguing with at the time. But the preventer is just an additional rope that we string outboard from the main and the boom to actually ensure that the boom doesn't snap across it at any sort of time if we have some sort of accident or little adjustment of sail or wind attitude. But let's go and have a look at these two. So what we're actually going to do before we actually raise the main is we're going to release these sheets and the preventer so the boom can flop around. I'll show you why that's important in a minute. But let's do that first of all. So it's just a matter of, we've just got a bit of a shoelace type slip knot there, a little bow that we've used to actually tie off the main. We're going to actually release the red and white rope and then just yank on this a bunch so that actually we've got some slack. So as you've seen there, the boom's come down. We're also going to actually snap off, there's a snap shackle over here, and we're going to snap off the snap shackle on the preventer so that then it can just flop around the boat. We'll actually put that back on when we go sailing, but for now we just want to make sure the boom is in a position where it can swing back and forth. Let's go back up top. So now we've made the preparations back in the cockpit, what we're going to do is actually release the clips that we've got on the sail bag here. It's going to get replaced again with get the zipper fixed sometime soon, but there's 4 black clips that retain the actual bag and keep it closed during the night time, keep the sun and the weather off the mainsail. Let's go get them. Okay, so what we've got is the actual main halyard. Now, just to explain quickly about halyards. Halyards are ropes that actually lift sails up. So on an average vessel, you'll have at least a main halyard, probably a head sail halyard. On a racing boat, you'll have spinnaker halyards and the like. But on this one, we've got this red line here. It actually goes up the mast, and it's important in terms of raising the mainsail. And it's a 2-to-1 system as well, so it's pretty straightforward. All we're going to do is yank on it, and with the body weight, it's usually enough to bring it up. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to raise the main. Now, importantly here, and the boat is swinging around with the breeze. At the moment, we're looking not too bad, actually, but we've got to make sure we get the main goes up between the lazy jack ropes. So on either side of the main as we pull it up, there's a white rope system, and we've got to make sure we go up the middle of that, otherwise we're just wasting our time. Let's have a go at it. We've almost got the main up here, and it's going to start to load up and get a little bit heavy. And what we can do, of course, is we can wrap it around this old winch here that we don't actually use it at its full capacity, but we can use it as a system to brace the halyard as we're pulling it up. And we're just about there. Okay, that's good enough for us. So we're going to go a couple of wraps around. And just another one of my favourites there, the old shoelace bow. And that's it, the main's up. Okay, one last little tuning thing we can do here. What we've got is to actually pull the front edge of the main down, the actual luff. What we can actually do is use this 6-to-1 dodgy looking Cunningham rope here. It's not working that well on this vessel, but it makes a hell of a difference. So we can actually pull the luff down tight, then that increases our performance, particularly to windward. So as you can see here, it's not working really well, but the 6-to-1 block should allow us to pull a whole bunch of tension into the front edge of the sail. Around here somewhere, a C-cleat. These things, of course, you just pull the rope up through it, locks in. Pretty easy. That's the last thing we do. Let's go sailing.